What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics here with another example to explore. And today, guys, I want to go over example 5 and example 6 of solving quadratic equations by using the quadratic function, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with example 5. In example 5, guys, we have 6 minus 2t squared equals 9t plus 15, okay? Now, what we want to do is, guys, we want to move everything to one side because we want the whole quadratic equation to equal 0, okay? And that's how we're going to find the x's or the roots, right? So, what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to move 9t and 15 to this side, okay? So let's go ahead and do that, ladies and gentlemen. So the opposite of saying 9t is minus 9t or negative 9t, so I'm going to subtract 9t on both sides. It cancels out here, and I'm going to also subtract it on this side, 9t. Okay, and then also, guys, we need to move 15 on the left side, right? So the opposite of saying plus 15 is minus 15. It's minus 15. So I'm going to subtract 15 on both sides. Minus 15, minus 15, okay? So now I'm going to bring it all down, guys. Okay? Now I'm going to have negative 2t squared, okay? So I'm still going to have negative 2t squared. Okay? All right, minus the 9t. So it's going to be minus 9t. And what I can do is, guys, I can subtract 15 from 6, right? I can subtract 15 from 6. So 6 minus 15 is a negative 9. It's a negative 9 or a minus 9. So I should have negative 2t squared minus 9t minus 9 equals 0. Okay? So this is the quadratic equation that I actually have when I set it to equal 0, okay? So, guys, remember, guys, the quadratic formula is, and once again, guys, usually the variable will be x, but in this case, the variable is t, so we're going to say t equals, all right, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a, okay? 2 times a, all right? So once again, guys, this is the quadratic formula that we're going to use in order for us to solve this particular problem, okay? Which, once again, guys, we're actually solving for t, where we're going to find out the values, what 2 values can t be, or what 1 value can t be in order to make this whole equation equal 0. That's what we're basically doing, guys. All right, so what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to actually create a key, okay? So a, guys, is always the coefficient that's attached to t squared, okay, which is negative 2. So a is negative 2. So a is negative 2, okay? B is the coefficient that's attached to t to the first power, which is negative 9. So b equals negative 9. Okay, so if b equals negative 9, then negative b is positive 9. Okay? And then last but not least, c is the constant at the end, which is negative 9. So c equals negative 9. Okay? So, guys, this is what we have so far. This is what we have so far. Let me make this be, the negative sign be red, so we know that's negative. So once again, this is what we have so far. So all we're going to do is, guys, we're just going to plug these particular values from our key into the quadratic formula, okay? So let's go ahead and start the process. So once again, I still have t equals. Okay, once again, negative b is a positive 9. So it's going to be 9, a positive 9, plus or minus the square root of okay? Positive b is negative 9, so it's going to be negative 9 squared. It's going to be negative 9 squared, okay? Minus 4 times a is negative 2, so it's going to be times negative 2, okay? All right, times c, which is another negative, which is negative 9. Negative 9, right? So we're going to have all over 2 times a, so it's going to be 2 times negative 2, because a is negative 2, so 2 times negative 2. Okay, let me just step back. I just want to make sure that I have everything correct. Okay, cool. I do have everything. All right. So guys, what we can start doing, guys, we can actually start simplifying some of these values, all right, or some of these operations. We have negative 9 squared. Negative 9 times negative 9 is a positive 81. So that turns into a positive 81. And we have 3 negatives being multiplied, which means that our answer is going to be negative. All right. Whenever you have 3 negatives being multiplied together, then our answer is going to be negative. So negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8, but positive 8 times a negative 9 is a negative 72. So all of this equals minus 72, right? All right, right here, 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4. And of course, we got the 9 plus or minus in the front. So now, what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to rewrite this whole formula, right? But the simplified form of it. So I still got 9 plus or minus the square root of, and inside, guys, we have 81 minus 72. Okay, it's going to be 81 minus 72, all divided by, okay, 2 times negative 2. Once again, we say that's negative 4. So it's going to be all divided by, or all over negative 4. Okay. Now, once again, guys, we can continue to simplify. Okay. 81 minus 72 is 9. So that's going to be the square root of 9. And the square root of 9 equals 3. So all of this inside of this square root will equal 3. Okay. So now, guys, we're going to have t equals 9 plus or minus. T equals 9 plus or minus 3, all divided by negative 4. Okay, all divided by negative 4. Okay, so now, guys, we have 2 different operations which will give us 2 different values that t can possibly be in order to make this whole quadratic equation equal 0. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find that out. So in the first one, I'm going to have t equals 9 plus 3. So t equals 9 plus 3, right? All divided by negative 4. Okay, I'm going to make this plus sign be black, so I don't want to bleed it in or anything else. Okay, so actually I'm going to make it be blue, so no, we are adding. Plus 3, right? And then we're going to have t equals 9 minus 3, all divided by negative 4. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue, ladies and gentlemen. So 9 plus 3 is 12. And it's going to be over negative 4. And 12 divided by negative 4 is a negative 3. So t can equal negative 3 to make this whole quadratic equation equal 0, okay? All right, let's find out the other possible value that t could be. 9 minus 3 is 6. Then I'm going to have 6 over negative 4. 6 over negative 4. That's a fraction, and I can simplify, guys. If I divide by 2, top and bottom, if I divide by 2, that would turn into a negative 3 over 2. A negative 3 over 2. A negative 3 over 2. Okay? So these right here, guys, are the two values t could be in order to make this whole equation true. Now, I just want to just check one of these values, guys, just to prove my point. So what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to pick one of these values that t could be. I'm going to pick negative 3 because that's the easiest one. And what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to plug in negative 3 as t. Okay? So we can prove that that is a 0 or a root of this quadratic equation. Okay? So once again, we're going to have negative 2 times t. So negative 2 times negative 3 squared. All I'm doing is just plugging in negative 3 as t. Minus 9 times t, which is negative 3. Minus 9. And we want to see if everything equals 0. Okay? All right, negative 3 squared is a positive 9. 9 times negative 2 is a negative 18. All right. All right, negative 9 times a negative 3 is a positive 27. So it's going to be plus 27. And then, of course, we still have that minus 9, right? Minus 9. I'm just going to just make it be that, right? We still have that minus 9, okay? So negative 18 plus 27 is a positive 9. And then positive 9 minus 9 equals 0. And that's what we wanted it to equal, guys, meaning that negative 3 is a root of this particular quadratic equation, and also negative 3 over 2, too. All right, so thank y'all so much, guys, for tuning in. I will actually upload example 6 in another video. Thank you.